guys, welcome back to another vlog. It is a Friday and I'm going to try to film all day today for you. Maybe even all day tomorrow because I do work tomorrow. I just got into the salon. It's like 7 a.m. just before 7 a.m. And so I'm just going to get everything like put together, started up, turned up, and rest. But I do have a little bit of a haul for you. I'm actually going to show you right now just because I think that would be easier. So I have a bit of a Glitterbels haul. Oh my god, I'm so puffy. I would prefer to work earlier in the day than later. Like I would prefer to come in for like 7 a.m. than come in for 6 p.m. But it's hard on the eyeballs, especially when it's like minus 22 out there. I got in the truck this morning, minus 22. I haven't even really made any coffee yet, so that could really be part of the problem. But I'm just gonna show you like loosely what I've got here, and then I'll swatch what I can swatch later on for the vlog and show you. So I have monomer, which just like the usual, it's the clear monomer. I have a big clear glass slippers. I also have chunky gold and I have baby girl crush. So I'm excited for that because I think it's really pretty. And then in gel polishes, I kind of went a little bit further on the gel polishes this time. I've kind of been trying to do that every other time, like get acrylic colors and then get gel polishes. I have Baby Boy, which is a beautiful light blue. Excited for that. Blues seem to be really popular right now. Gray Ham, which I've been waiting for. So gray, like a medium gray. Best Friend, which is like a pinky nude neutral shimmer, no sparkle, shimmer, black gloss, kind of sells itself, and no wipe top coat. So I'll try to swatch those a little later on in the day. I'm gonna really like put my camera on the tripod right now and try to remember to film throughout the day. I'm gonna get myself a coffee because I feel like these words aren't in English. So I'll see you later. Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so it is now Sunday and I don't even know what kind of footage I have, so I'm gonna have to look back through. But it is now Sunday and I'm here to clean up a little bit, not a lot, but I wanna do my own nails. It's been so long and my eczema was so bad on my hands and I finally found something that worked really good to heal it up. So I've been using that and they're looking really good, so I thought I would put some nails on both hands. So I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna show you the swatches of the Glitterbels products that I got earlier. I said I would swatch them and I still don't even have swatches made for the gel polishes, so I have to do that anyway. So come along with me while I have a little something to eat and do my nails. Okay, so I'm gonna have a snack and I have a whole bunch of nails saved on my iPad, like on my Instagram, so I'm gonna go through those, see what I can find. I have in my head what I want to do. I just need to like choose between two designs. I don't really know. Both of them are quite simple, but I'm gonna take you with me anyway, and I'm gonna do it a little bit different. I'm gonna do it from this view instead, because for me to film from like overhead tutorial style when I'm doing my own nails is useless because I'm back here, I've got them up here, I'm like over here, I'm everywhere. I can't just do it that way. I've tried, it doesn't work out. So that is probably what you're gonna see next. Hey guys, okay, I have you kind of just hooked into my ring light. I am going to prep these nails, push back the cuticles. This isn't really so much as of a this isn't really as much of a tutorial as it is you just kind of coming along with me, but I thought it would be fun. I mean, a vlog is a vlog, right? So I've got some of them already prepped. I say that so much I don't know why I can't say it right now. I'm using this really cool e-nail couture buffer, you know, one of these. It's 80 grit. Come to think of it, I'm not sure why I would have bought an 80 grit buffer. That's not like me. 80 isn't something I normally buy. But anyway, it is perfect for prepping my nail. I'm not sure that I would want to use it on a client. It's kind of bulky, so you end up hitting the cuticle more than what you would want. But for me, on me, it's okay. I am going to have to use a regular file just to get really close to the cuticle, but that's okay. I'm really enjoying this. When I'm doing my own nails, a lot of times it's a do as I say, not as I do sort of situation. For example, I might overfile a little. A lot of times I tend to listen to a podcast or watch YouTube, so you know I'm watching and I'm filing. Now I'm using a Glitterbels 180 file. I'm scoring it first because, like I said, I'm kind of hard on myself. So I need to make sure these sharp edges are off of it. And I do find these, they have the sharp edges on them for sure. So you need to make sure that you're getting your edges off. So going forward with this, any Glitterbels product that I mention aside from the monomer can be purchased at the Nail Throne, and you can use the code Liquid Chrome for 10% off. The Nail Throne you can find on Instagram, and even if you aren't going to buy, you really should just go find her and follow. You can also follow her at Sarah's Nail Secrets, and she does really cool tutorials. Obviously, the Glitterbels stuff is wickedly cool, but maybe you're not into that, and that's okay. And maybe you're just a client that loves to watch nail stuff. That's okay too. You can just go and find her. So I wanted to kind of like half explain what I'm doing and half have a little chat about a video idea that my friend Jamie gave me. She had said, why not do like a tips and tricks sort of thing? Just because I've been doing this for like a hot minute, and you know, there's probably tips and things that I think of in passing, but then I don't mention because I think, you know, in my mind, I think they're a waste or they're kind of useless or that you'll think they're silly or whatever, so I don't end up saying them. So I wrote down a few, like literally just a few, but I'm gonna kind of go through them as I do this. I'm just pushing back my cuticles, which actually never ever gets done. So they're looking a little rough, but it's all good. So I was originally gonna form these, but I don't think I will. I think I'm gonna tip them. I don't tip clients, and no shame in tipping, oh my gosh. But I don't use tips on clients just because I don't enjoy them. I learned with forms. I did forms right out of school. I didn't own tips until like, I don't know, a year ago when I started working a little bit with Glitterbels. So, but that being said, I started using them on myself and decided I like super loved them. So, water. So, I do use them on myself, and I am going to use them today. I'm gonna fill my monomer first. This is my little monomer jar. He's from Michael's here in Canada. In the paint section, he's from like the paint mixing section. So, I've mentioned them before, but in case you did not see that, or in case you missed it, digging out my blue shop towel, half piece. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put that away and get myself a whole piece. Because a girl is a mess when she does her own nails. I'm gonna do both hands today, or that is the plan. Sometimes things don't go to plan. But I'm gonna do both hands today, but I'm probably only going to show one hand. Just because time. I mean, you really don't want to watch me for that long. I am going to pull the camera down a little bit and show you a trick that I showed on my Instagram a while back, and quite a few people got like inspiration from that. And that's just one of those tricks that in my mind, I thought you would watch it and be like, well, yeah, duh, we know. But anyway, it was helpful to some people. So I'm just gonna tip you down a little bit and show you what I'm talking about. So this is my like dusty armrest. I always have my towel over it, and I do clean it in between, but seriously, yesterday was a wild day and nothing's been cleaned up yet, which is why I'm doing my own first. It's far too many explanations, I'm sure. So this is my number 8 Glitterbels brush. It is the pinched brush, and it is the, sorry, that's not gonna focus. It is the glitter brush, so it has glitter in it. You can see it move a little bit, super cool. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So I have a little bit of monomer in here, but I like a lot of monomer when I'm working. It's just easier for me. So I have my Glitterbels Violet monomer. I'm gonna open that up. And it's obviously like a pour spout like this, just a regular spout. So normally when you pick this up and pour it in, it's gonna run down here, right? It's gonna run down here and right onto wherever. But if you use your brush, stand it in the jar, just put it in there just a little bit. Put your bottle up to the brush and pour, and it will direct the liquid into the jar, and then you don't have to worry about it. So that's the first little tip. So I'm going to put this down. Extra long clear stiletto. I love these. I actually have them marked, just a little trick I guess if you're just using them on yourself. I have them marked which ones I use for me. So I really should think about probably replacing those shortly. And I'm gonna start applying my tips. I'm probably gonna start with my pinky. So like I said, extra long, clear stiletto. And they are extra long. Even though I have them wrote down up in there, I generally mess around with them a little bit. My nails usually aren't this short, so I guess I feel as if today I might end up using different size tips. I'm gonna let that dry just for a little minute. Then I'm going to place it and hold it for a few minutes. Not even a few minutes, just a minute or so. Now what I'm doing today to myself, I really just wouldn't do to a client. I am putting on, I feel funny that I'm not like making eye contact with you. I would normally never, and I shouldn't even say normally, there's no normally about it. I would never put a nail this long on a client with nails like mine. Nails like mine, meaning they are so short right now. I would just not do that. It's just not conducive to a new set. That person is probably not coming back with all 10 nails on. Some people would argue that. In my mind, it's just not. You just don't do that. You don't put a full length on somebody. So I'm gonna open up my iPad because I had wrote down some of these tips that I talked about. If you even get one thing out of it, it's worth it, right? See, this is a problem with, this is why I don't tip people. I have glue already on me, dried, that I can't get off. And I'm not showing you what glue I'm using, because there's a reason. I'm out of my Glitterbels glue, I'm out of Ugly Duckling glue, like I'm out of good glue, and the only glue I have left, because remember I'm not a tip person, is junk glue. So I don't want to show you, I don't want to promote it, and that's the end of the story. So the first tip that I'm going to talk about, the first nail tech hack that I'm going to talk about is doing nail art. So any kind of nail art. You put down your layer of gel polish, you cure, and then you come in with your nail art to do your flowers, snowman, pumpkin head, whatever. Use matte top coat on that first. Always draw, even if it's just a line. Always draw on matte top coat. Make sure you're using a good mat. Wipe it first. Make sure the dispersion film is off of it, which leads us to hack number 2. Always wipe your mat with an acetone mixture. No reason there. Can you wipe it with alcohol? Absolutely yes. I do it all the time. But if you wipe it with a acetone or acetone mixture, it like bam brings the mat right to you. If you're doing clients like bang bang bang, you want that mat to come through, you do not want to have to wait for that. Use acetone to wipe, or an acetone alcohol mixture, which is kind of what I have. I have like an 80-20 mixture of alcohol, like 80% alcohol, 20% acetone that I use as a wipe. Again, not necessary, but just a good idea. Trying real hard to get these tips on straight. We don't need any crooked tips. I don't want a crooked nail from tips. I can do a crooked nail with the form, especially on myself. This says I need a number 8 for my index finger. I wonder how true that is. It's pretty true. So I wanna know how many of you guys are in the salon on a Sunday. Whether it's cleaning, doing your own nails, doing admin work maybe, like doing bookwork. Which leads me to another question. How many of you guys do your admin work at the salon and how many of you do it at home? For me, I do it at home. It's the only time of year or day that I use my dining room table. The only time I sit at the dining room table is when I'm doing bookwork for the salon. 4 tips on. So bright. So sorry. So my very next hack for you is going to be never to wipe your nail art brushes with alcohol. Never to put out like an alcohol soaked pad down and put your nail art brush in there and wipe it. Never. It frays them, it makes them go, you know, when the hateful little brushes are doing the hateful little things, it makes them do that. And that is so awful. That is not fun. It's not fun for, ow. Not fun for anyone. So what you want to do is keep or what I do. I don't want anybody to think that I'm going against what they do or going against what they've been told to do. Never. I'm 110% just giving you an option. My option for cleaning brushes is to have an older or unused bottle of clear gel. What I use is a bottle of the old, this is even old packaging, I think, gummy jelly from Nail Couture. I got it ages ago. And I used it a long time for putting stones on, and then I found something I liked better, the ugly duckling cuticle. So I still have gel left in here. I use it to clean my brushes. So use it as a clear paste, as a catalyst to clean your brush rather than alcohol or acetone. Because like I said, that's just gonna make your brush just poof. It just makes the bristles go right out straight. Okay, I'm gonna prep these tips a little bit. I don't wanna shorten them yet. I just wanna leave them. So I'm gonna just buff them a little bit. I am putting my Cover Pink right over this, and I do just wanna rough up the tip. I know some of you do, some of you don't, as far as taking the shine off the tip. I'm also not trying to put too much pressure on that tip because I don't want it to come flying off. Because like I said, my nails are super, super short. Tips aren't being held on there by much. Also, something else I don't do to clients. Nobody got time for a dust brush when you're working on yourself. Plus, it's Sunday. I want to go home and cuddle with my dog. I am going to protein bond from Young Nails because that is what I have. I cannot wait to try the protein bond equivalent, the primer and dehydrator from Glitterbels. I can't wait to try it. I'm going to get it in my next order. Don't fret. I'm gonna be completely honest, normally when I do my own nails, I'd be pushing it if I said I wiped them with alcohol before I put the acrylic on. Prep is not something I show a whole lot of interest in when I'm doing my own. Prep is something that I show a lot of interest in when I'm doing other people's, of course, for multiple reasons, but also because I hate filing out lifting. I'm not going to be filing out lifting on every other client that comes back through the door for a fill. It's just not, that doesn't even sound like fun. So my next hack for you, as I start putting my acrylic on, get my hands out of my hair. See, I am the worst client. I have newly like prepped and bonded nails and I have them in my hair. The next hack is using like a mirror or a tile for a nail art palette. I feel like that's something that we've all kind of heard of, but you can go to the dollar stores and get these little like tiles of mirror. They're usually like, I don't know, 4 by 4 inches or whatever. Those are great for palette. And then just a tile. The 2 tiles that I have, I snagged from somebody's reno. They had these little few inch, like 3 by 3 inch tiles, and they were throwing them out. There was like 5 of them, and I said, ooh, can I have a couple of those? And that's literally how I got mine. I'm gonna start with my thumb, and I'm starting back at the cuticle, pushing it with the tip of my brush into the cuticle and then dragging forward. Do I normally start with the cuticle? Not necessarily. There are no rules, let me tell you, when I do my own. There really aren't. I start from the front, I start from the back, I sit down, I stand up. Like truly, there are no rules when I'm doing my own nails. So I don't know how many times I've said this, but if you're new here, I have a lot of new people lately, which, thank you. My room
the salon is right directly on the snowmobile trail, and it's a beautiful day today, so snowmobiles are aplenty. There's lots of them going by here. If you happen to hear a funny noise, I'm not sure how it's translating into the camera. You might not even be hearing it at all. So when I'm doing my own, I use a lot of beads. You know, there's a lot of people that when they do their own, when they do clients, whatever, they use one big bead or pearl or just a couple, especially for a long nail. I use multiple. I just find it works best for me. My thumbs especially, they take on such a curve. I'm always trying to figure out whether, you know, this time am I going to embrace the curve or am I going to try to bring the tip up and bring the curve out? And normally I don't even know the answer to that until I get there. Today I'm going to try to bring the curve up just a little bit, mostly because I need a little help with strength, because I mean these are long. I filmed these today because I swear to you, I do such a better job when I film. I truly wish I could have overhead filmed these for you guys, but I just know that I get so super frustrated when I do that because I'm trying to stay in frame. It doesn't work for me. I wish it did. Someday it might. Maybe I'll figure it out. So another hack, which by the way, if you're still watching, thank you so much. I hope you've subscribed. It's so funny when I look at my insights, I see how many people are watching my videos that aren't subscribed. And I don't know whether those are people that are like watching them through Facebook that don't have a YouTube account, which is fine. Or if they are people that just don't subscribe. I just come up on their like recommended or maybe in their search. Not that any of this matters, it's just all very interesting to me. So the next hack is to go to craft stores for your nail art brushes. Not all of them, but if it works for you, then it works for you. I buy nail art brushes through our distributors. I have the Selena Riden Light Elegance set. I have some from Ugly Duckling and I love them. But I also buy some from Michael's because I love them too. The gel polish brush that I use for leaf gels, like for glitter leaf gels, is a Michael's brush. Love it. It's as if it's tight enough in the bristles that it doesn't let the leaf in. Like when I wipe it, it just wipes out. I also have a few more that I use. One of them I use to clean up cuticles when I'm gel polishing, which is the next hack, to use a polish brush, gel polish brush, or nail art brush to clear out your cuticles if you have any flooding when you've put on your gel polish. And there also, of course, is the little silicone tools, great for that. Those silicone tools are great for a lot of things. So another thing I wanted to clarify, it's not really a hack, but I feel like often we are saying, I don't know who we are, but we as in, I don't know, tutorials, YouTubers, are saying flash cure. Don't forget to flash cure. Make sure you flash cure your art. I was hearing it a lot in one video because it was necessary, like flash cure. And it dawned on me that not everybody might know what a flash cure is. A flash cure is putting the nail art usually in the light and doing a flash cure. But how long is it? So a flash cure is 10 seconds. If you're, you know, you don't want something to run or you don't want something to move, you put it in the light for an approximate 10 seconds. That is your flash cure. Yeah, it just kind of dawned on me that every time we say flash cure, nobody's ever really saying flash cure for 10 seconds. And that is essentially what will keep gel from moving. Now, mind you, if you flash cured for 10 seconds, don't forget that chances are that's going to need to go back into fully cure. When I'm doing nail art and I'm flash curing, I always put the nails back in for an entire run through before I'm done with that piece of art, like before a top coat or whatever. And I do catch clients sometimes, you know, you're doing art, you're on limited time, but you know you can get it done. So you're just like, and you know that your client's really good, like in the light, out of the light, in the light, out of the light. You know that you can just be like, okay. So you happen to look up and realize that, you know, let's say you're doing the art on the middle finger. They've put just in the light, maybe their thumb isn't even in it. So in your mind, you might be thinking that the thumb's getting a little extra cure each time and it's not. So I do try to make sure that I am putting the whole hand in for the recommended amount of cure time before I am completely done, just to avoid any of that nonsense, because you don't want something being not cured after you're totally finished. You go to put the top coat on and your nail art like drags. That is not fun. So I'm going to end this part of the vlog here. I know that I have a fair amount of footage, and I do want to get the swatches of the new Glitterbels in for you. Okay guys, we're gonna start through swatching the Glitterbels that I got. I didn't do a whole separate video on this because there really wasn't a lot. I have 4 gel polishes and 2 acrylic colors, like acrylic glitters. So I've done the same thing that I did last time because that kind of worked for me. I did the first coat on all the swatches, and I'm going to do the second coat with you. So I just did a regular first coat, not thin, not thick, just how you would apply it on your client. First one I am going to talk about is Best Friend. So Best Friend is so super pretty on, and I have a picture of it. I think if it came out, I'm gonna pop it in here, but it is a nude pink with an iridescent shimmer to it, and it's beautiful. On the swatch, it doesn't look like it covered very well. On nails, I've been putting 3 really thin coats, and that seems to work the best. I would say that this swatch so far isn't giving a very good representation of the color, but I'm gonna carry on anyway because I want you to be able to see it. So I'm gonna do my second coat. And I forgot to wash these down with acetone. I was going to this time because there's this little bit of dead air in here, and I know that sometimes the way you lay down your brush on a swatch stick, it will skip that part, but that's not even what's happening. You can see when you lay it down that it's like there's 2 different materials on the swatch stick, but anyway. So this is what we've got, a nudie pink with a really nice shimmer in it. I'd love for you to just take my word for the fact that it's beautiful. Next up is Baby Boy. Baby Boy is beautiful. But I'm really into the blues this year, and I feel like you guys are too. It's so pretty. It's a light blue. Gorgeous. No shimmer, cream color. The next one we have is a favorite of mine that I was really excited to get. It's called Graham. And it is your like neutral gray, medium. I wouldn't call it light or dark. It's a medium gray. And I love it. I've been waiting for a color like this. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It's gonna look really cool with matte as well. And the next one is Black Gloss. So it is exactly what you would expect. This was 1 coat. Pretty friggin' good if you ask me. Oh yeah, very nice, very good coverage. I love it. It even actually covered over the spot in the swatch, almost totally. Okay, so up next are our acrylics, and I'm going to do like the smudge of both of them because I feel like that's just such a much easier way to be able to see the color. So I have Chunky Gold. It is so cool, like, does that not scream Beyonce? Love it. So I'm using my Glitterbels brush and monomer. That is beautiful. Oh, so pretty. The way that captures the light, that's awesome. So your next one up is Baby Girl Crush. Also so pretty. I love this one. I love all the Crush. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm digging out more of that. Oh, yeah, that might be a new fave. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's amazing. Okay, so that is my mini haul for you guys, ending this vlog.